Question 1. Describe the steps required to establish a AKCCP plan for a new restaurant. A. Choose a color scheme, design a menu, hire staff. B. Conduct a hazard analysis, identify critical control points, establish critical limits. C. Purchase equipment, advertise, open the restaurant. D. Review competitor menus, set pricing, create a website. Answer. B. Conduct a hazard analysis, identify critical control points, establish critical limits. Establishing a HACCP plan involves conducting a hazard analysis to identify risks, determining critical control points where those risks can be controlled or eliminated, and setting critical limits for those control points. Question 2. Explain how to perform a risk assessment on a restaurant's food safety practices. A. Guessing based on past experiences. B. Ignoring potential risks and focusing on profitability. C. Identifying potential hazards, analyzing how they can occur, and evaluating risk severity. D. Asking customers for their opinions on what might be risky. Answer. C. Identifying potential hazards, analyzing how they can occur, and evaluating risk severity. A proper risk assessment in food safety involves systematically identifying potential hazards, analyzing the ways in which these hazards can occur, and evaluating the severity and likelihood of harm. Question 3. Detail the process for verifying the effectiveness of a food safety training program. A. Counting the number of attendees at each training session. B. Measuring changes in food safety knowledge, attitudes, and practices among staff. C. Only offering training once and assuming it's understood. D. Relying on word of mouth and informal feedback. Answer. B. Measuring changes in food safety knowledge, attitudes, and practices among staff. The effectiveness of a food safety training program is verified by assessing whether there's been a measurable improvement in the staff's knowledge, attitudes, and practices related to food safety. Question 4. Discuss the considerations in selecting a food safety certification body for an audit. A. The cost of certification only. B. The popularity of the certification body. C. Accreditation status, expertise in the industry, and the scope of services offered. D. Proximity to the restaurant. Answer. C. Accreditation status, expertise in the industry, and the scope of services offered. When selecting a food safety certification body for an audit, it's important to consider its accreditation status, expertise specific to the restaurant industry, and the range of services it offers to ensure comprehensive support. Question 5. How should a restaurant respond to a norovirus outbreak among its customers? A. Offer discounts to affected customers. B. Increase advertising to offset bad publicity. C. Immediately report the outbreak, cooperate with health officials, and implement corrective actions. D. Close for a day, then reopen as usual. Answer. C. Immediately report the outbreak, cooperate with health officials, and implement corrective actions. Responding to a norovirus outbreak involves prompt reporting to public health authorities, cooperating with their investigation, and taking specific actions to address and prevent further spread of the illness. Question 6. Describe the procedures for safely reintroducing food after a recall. A. Relabeling the recalled food and selling it at a discount. B. Disposing of recalled food and thoroughly cleaning and sanitizing affected areas before restocking. C. Ignoring the recall and continuing to sell the food. D. Using the recalled food for staff meals to minimize waste. Answer. B. Disposing of recalled food and thoroughly cleaning and sanitizing affected areas before restocking. Safely reintroducing food after a recall involves disposing of any recalled products, cleaning and sanitizing any affected areas to prevent cross-contamination, and carefully restocking with safe products. Question 7. Explain the differences in food safety requirements for a temporary outdoor food event compared to a permanent establishment. A. No differences. Food safety requirements are the same. B. Temporary events do not require food safety measures. C. Temporary events may have additional temporary measures, but must still meet basic food safety standards. D. Only permanent establishments need to follow food safety regulations. Answer: C. Temporary events may have additional temporary measures, but must still meet basic food safety standards. While the specific requirements might be adapted to the context of temporary or outdoor events, the fundamental principles of food safety apply universally to ensure public health protection. Question 8. How can a food service manager ensure compliance with food safety regulations across multiple locations? A. By visiting each location once a year. B. Implementing a centralized food safety management system and conducting regular audits. C. Assuming that each location is following the rules without checking. D. Outsourcing the responsibility to a third party without oversight. Answer: B. Implementing a centralized food safety management system and conducting regular audits. A centralized management system helps standardize practices across locations, while regular audits ensure each site complies with food safety regulations. Question 9. Discuss the role of active managerial control in preventing foodborne illnesses. A. It has no role. Foodborne illnesses are random. B. Solely relying on staff to manage themselves. C. Proactively managing and monitoring food safety practices throughout the operation. D. Delegating all food safety responsibilities to a single employee. Answer: C. Proactively managing and monitoring food safety practices throughout the operation. Active managerial control involves taking a hands-on approach to oversee and verify that food safety practices are correctly implemented and maintained to prevent foodborne illnesses. Question 10. What are the critical factors to consider when developing a food allergy management plan? A. The menu design only. B. Customer preference for food flavors. C. Identifying allergens, training staff, and preventing cross-contact. D. The cost of alternative ingredients only. Answer: C. Identifying allergens, training staff, and preventing cross-contact. A food allergy management plan must focus on accurately identifying potential allergens, educating staff on handling allergen-free meals, and implementing procedures to prevent cross-contact with allergens. Question 11. Explain the process for conducting a hazard analysis in a commercial kitchen. A. Guessing potential hazards based on common sense. B. Identifying potential hazards, determining control measures, and monitoring effectiveness. C. Only focusing on the most severe hazards and ignoring minor risks. D. Conducting a hazard analysis once and never updating it. Answer: B. Identifying potential hazards, determining control measures, and monitoring effectiveness. Conducting a hazard analysis involves systematically identifying potential hazards in the kitchen, establishing measures to control these hazards, and regularly monitoring the effectiveness of these controls. Question 12. Detail the steps for implementing a cross-contact prevention strategy for allergens. A. Using color-coded equipment, providing allergen training, and establishing cleaning protocols. B. Assuming cross-contact is not a significant issue. C. Only cleaning equipment at the end of the day. D. Serving only allergen-free dishes to simplify operations. Answer: A. Using color-coded equipment, providing allergen training, and establishing cleaning protocols. Implementing a cross-contact prevention strategy involves using dedicated equipment for allergen-free cooking, educating staff on the importance of preventing cross-contact, and following strict cleaning and sanitizing procedures. Question 13. How should a restaurant deal with a customer's food allergy request to ensure safety? A. Ignoring the request due to the complexity. B. Informing the customer that the kitchen cannot accommodate allergies. C. Documenting the allergy, informing the kitchen, and verifying the meal meets the customer's needs. D. Suggesting the customer eat elsewhere. Answer C. Documenting the allergy, informing the kitchen, and verifying the meal meets the customer's needs. Properly handling a food allergy request involves careful communication between the customer, service staff, and kitchen to ensure the meal is safe for the customer. Question 14. Describe the impact of emerging food technologies on food safety practices. A. They complicate food safety practices unnecessarily. B. They have no impact on food safety. C. Enhancing traceability, improving pathogen detection, and optimizing sanitation processes. D. Reducing the need for human involvement in food safety. Answer C. Enhancing traceability, improving pathogen detection, and optimizing sanitation processes. Emerging technologies in food safety can significantly improve the ability to track food products, detect contaminants more efficiently, and enhance the overall effectiveness of sanitation practices. Question 15. Explain how to manage food safety risks associated with farm-to-table sourcing. A. By assuming all farm-sourced products are safe. B. Limiting farm-to-table sourcing to fruits and vegetables only. C. Establishing partnerships with trusted suppliers and conducting regular product inspections. D. Avoiding farm-to-table sourcing due to perceived risks. Answer C. Establishing partnerships with trusted suppliers and conducting regular product inspections. Managing food safety in farm-to-table sourcing involves building relationships with reputable suppliers who follow safe production practices and performing regular inspections to ensure the safety of sourced products. Question 16. Discuss the challenges and solutions for managing food safety in mobile food units. A. Mobile units are exempt from food safety regulations. B. Challenges include limited space and resources. Solutions include meticulous planning and adherence to food safety practices. C. Only serving pre-packaged food to avoid safety issues. D. Relying on customer feedback to guide food safety practices. Answer B. Challenges include limited space and resources. Solutions include meticulous planning and adherence to food safety practices. Mobile food units face unique challenges due to their size and operational conditions, but with careful planning and strict adherence to food safety guidelines, these challenges can be successfully managed. Question 17. What procedures should be followed for the safe fermentation of foods in a restaurant setting? A. Fermentation should be avoided due to high risks. B. Using only salt as a preservative. C. Monitoring fade levels, temperature, and using proper containers. D. Allowing foods to ferment at room temperature indefinitely. Answer C. Monitoring fade levels, temperature, and using proper containers. Safe fermentation requires careful control of environmental conditions, including acidity, pH, temperature, and the use of appropriate fermentation vessels to ensure harmful bacteria are inhibited. Question 18. Describe the legal implications of food safety breaches for a food service establishment. A. Minor fines that can be easily absorbed as a cost of doing business. B. Public praise for transparency. C. Potential for significant fines, legal action, and reputational damage. D. No implications as food safety is not regulated. Answer C. Potential for significant fines, legal action, and reputational damage. Breaches in food safety can lead to severe legal and financial consequences for establishments, including fines, lawsuits, and damage to the business's reputation. Question 19. Explain the process of conducting environmental swabbing and its importance in a food safety program. A. Swabbing decoration items only for aesthetics. B. Randomly selecting surfaces for swabbing with no follow-up. C. Systematically sampling surfaces for pathogens to verify cleaning effectiveness. D. Considering swabbing unnecessary and outdated. Answer C. Systematically sampling surfaces for pathogens to verify cleaning effectiveness. Environmental swabbing is a critical component of a food safety program, as it helps verify the effectiveness of cleaning and sanitation practices by detecting the presence of pathogens on surfaces. Question 20. How can a restaurant effectively manage food safety during a supplier change? A. By choosing the cheapest supplier. B. Continuing to use old stock until it runs out, regardless of new supplier standards. C. Conducting thorough due diligence on the new supplier's food safety practices and monitoring initial deliveries. D. Automatically trusting the new supplier based on reputation. Answer: C. Conducting thorough due diligence on the new supplier's food safety practices and monitoring initial deliveries. An effective management of food safety during a supplier change involves careful assessment of the new supplier's safety standards and vigilant monitoring of the quality and safety of the initial product deliveries. Question 21. Discuss the importance of water activity in food preservation and safety. A. It's important for enhancing the taste of preserved foods. B. It's unrelated to food safety but affects texture. C. Lower water activity limits microbial growth, enhancing food safety and preservation. D. Higher water activity is preferred to improve preservation. Answer: C. Lower water activity limits microbial growth, enhancing food safety and preservation. Water activity influences microbial growth. Lower levels can inhibit growth, making it crucial for food safety and preservation. Question 22. Describe the procedures for handling a bioterrorism threat related to food safety. A. Increase marketing efforts to reassure the public. B. Ignore the threat as bioterrorism is unlikely. C. Immediately notify authorities, follow their guidance, and communicate transparently with customers. D. Close the establishment permanently as a precaution. Answer: C. Immediately notify authorities, follow their guidance, and communicate transparently with customers. Prompt and appropriate response to a bioterrorism threat is essential for public safety and maintaining trust. Question 23. How should a food service operation manage the introduction of new menu items to ensure food safety? A. Introduce items quickly without testing. B. Conduct thorough ingredient risk assessments and staff training on new preparation methods. C. Only add items that are similar to existing ones to avoid additional safety measures. D. Use customer feedback as the only safety assessment. Answer: B. Conduct thorough ingredient risk assessments and staff training on new preparation methods. Ensuring the safety of new menu items involves assessing potential hazards and adequately training staff in their safe preparation. Question 24. Explain the role of predictive modeling in managing food safety risks. A. It's primarily used for financial forecasting, not food safety. B. It has no role in modern food safety management. C. Used to forecast potential outbreaks and identify preventive measures. D. Useful only in post-incident analysis. Answer: C. Used to forecast potential outbreaks and identify preventive measures. Predictive modeling helps in anticipating food safety risks and implementing proactive strategies to prevent them. Question 25. Discuss the food safety considerations specific to serving high-risk populations. A. Special considerations aren't necessary for high-risk groups. B. Focus on aesthetic presentation over safety. C. Implement stricter food safety controls, like using pasteurized products. D. Offer limited menu options to high-risk populations to simplify safety management. Answer: C. Implement stricter food safety controls, like using pasteurized products. High-risk populations require enhanced food safety measures to protect against foodborne illnesses. Question 26. How can a restaurant ensure the safety of imported food products? A. By purchasing only local products. B. Assuming all imported products meet local food safety standards. C. Conducting regular supplier audits and ensuring compliance with local regulations. D. Relying solely on the reputation of the exporter. Answer: C. Conducting regular supplier audits and ensuring compliance with local regulations. Verifying that imported products meet stringent safety standards is crucial for ensuring food safety. Question 27. Describe the process for managing pest control in an organic restaurant setting. A. Use of chemical pesticides as the primary method. B. Ignoring pests as they are considered part of the organic ecosystem. C. Implementing integrated pest management, IPM, practices that focus on prevention and non-chemical methods. D. Closing the restaurant at the first sign of pests. Answer: C. Implementing integrated pest management, IPM, practices that focus on prevention and non-chemical methods. IPM is essential in organic settings to control pests without compromising organic integrity. Question 28. Explain the challenges of ensuring food safety in a buffet-style service and how to overcome them. A. Buffets are inherently safe and require no additional measures. B. Challenges include maintaining proper temperatures and preventing cross-contamination, overcome by regular monitoring and using protective barriers. C. The only challenge is keeping the food warm. D. Overcoming challenges is not possible. Buffets should be avoided. Answer: B. Challenges include maintaining proper temperatures and preventing cross-contamination, overcome by regular monitoring and using protective barriers. Vigilant management of food temperatures and physical barriers, like sneeze guards, help maintain safety in buffet services. Question 29. Discuss the importance of food defense plans in protecting against intentional food contamination. A. Food defense plans are less important than food safety plans. B. They are only necessary for large multinational corporations. C. Essential for identifying vulnerabilities and implementing strategies to prevent intentional contamination. D. Focus solely on cybersecurity threats to food safety. Answer: C. Essential for identifying vulnerabilities and implementing strategies to prevent intentional contamination. Food defense plans are crucial for safeguarding against deliberate attempts to contaminate food supplies. Question 30. How can blockchain technology improve traceability and food safety? A. By making financial transactions more transparent. B. It has no application in food safety. C. Providing a secure and unalterable record of food products' journey from farm to table. D. Only useful in tracking high-value luxury food items. Answer: C. Providing a secure and unalterable record of food products' journey from farm to table. Blockchain technology enhances traceability, allowing for quick identification and response to food safety issues. Question 31. Describe the steps for conducting a food safety culture audit within a restaurant. A. Evaluating the decor and ambience of the restaurant. B. Assessing the adherence to food safety practices, staff training, and management commitment. C. Counting the number of customers as a measure of food safety. D. Focusing solely on the menu and food presentation. Answer: B. Assessing the adherence to food safety practices, staff training, and management commitment. A food safety culture audit involves a comprehensive review of how food safety is prioritized and practiced within the establishment. Question 32. Explain the importance of fit control in food safety and how to monitor it. A. Fit is only relevant to the taste of food, not safety. B. Important for preventing bacterial growth, monitored using pH meters or test strips. C. Control is a new concept with little relevance to food safety. D. It's solely the responsibility of food producers, not restaurants. Answer: B. Important for preventing bacterial growth, monitored using pH meters or test strips. Controlling pH levels in food can inhibit the growth of harmful bacteria, making it a critical aspect of food safety. Question 33. Discuss the impact of climate change on food safety and how restaurants can adapt. A. Climate change has no impact on food safety. B. It only affects outdoor dining experiences. C. Can lead to increased foodborne pathogens and supply chain disruptions. Adaptation may involve diversifying suppliers and enhancing food safety practices. D. Restaurants should ignore climate change impacts on food safety. Answer: C. Can lead to increased foodborne pathogens and supply chain disruptions. Adaptation may involve diversifying suppliers and enhancing food safety practices. The changing climate affects food production and safety, requiring adaptive measures to mitigate risks. Question 34. How should a food service establishment respond to food safety concerns related to genetically modified organisms, GMOs? A. By exclusively using GMO ingredients for all dishes. B. Ignoring customer concerns about GMOs. C. Providing transparent information and offering non-GMO options for concerned customers. D. Banning all GMO ingredients without evaluating scientific evidence. Answer: C. Providing transparent information and offering non-GMO options for concerned customers. Transparency and accommodating customer preferences regarding GMOs can address concerns while respecting choice. Question 35. Describe the process for safely incorporating wild harvested ingredients into a menu. A. Assuming all wild harvested ingredients are safe without any verification. B. Foraging for ingredients in urban areas only. C. Identifying, verifying safety, and properly cleaning and preparing ingredients to prevent foodborne illness. D. Using wild harvested ingredients only as garnishes to minimize risks. Answer: C. Identifying, verifying safety, and properly cleaning and preparing ingredients to prevent foodborne illness. Safe incorporation of wild harvested ingredients requires knowledge, proper identification, and handling to ensure they are safe for consumption. Question 36. Explain the role of antimicrobial resistance in food safety and how to mitigate its impact. A. Antimicrobial resistance has no relevance to food safety. B. By increasing the use of antibiotics in food production. C. Mitigated through responsible antibiotic use in agriculture and enhancing biosecurity measures. D. Ignoring the issue as it is beyond the control of food service establishments. Answer: C. Mitigated through responsible antibiotic use in agriculture and enhancing biosecurity measures. Antimicrobial resistance poses a significant food safety challenge, which can be addressed by judicious use of antibiotics and improved biosecurity to prevent the spread of resistant bacteria. Question 37. Discuss strategies for reducing acrylamide formation in cooked foods. A. Cooking foods at higher temperatures to ensure safety. B. Avoiding cooking altogether and serving raw foods. C. Using lower cooking temperatures and avoiding prolonged cooking times. D. Adding acrylamide inhibitors to all foods as a precaution. Answer: C. Using lower cooking temperatures and avoiding prolonged cooking times. Acrylamide formation, which can occur in certain foods when cooked at high temperatures, can be minimized by adjusting cooking methods. Question 38. How can a restaurant effectively manage the risks associated with sous-vide cooking? A. By cooking all sous-vide foods at boiling temperatures. B. Sous-vide cooking is risk-free and requires no special management. C. Following precise temperature control and time guidelines to prevent bacterial growth. D. Limiting sous-vide cooking to vegetables only. Answer: C. Following precise temperature control and time guidelines to prevent bacterial growth. Effective management of sous-vide cooking involves strict adherence to temperature and cooking time specifications to ensure food safety. Question 39. Describe the considerations for using non-traditional meats, example, game, exotic animals, in culinary practices. A. There are no special considerations. Treat them like any other meat. B. Understanding specific safety risks and regulatory requirements associated with each type of meat. C. Using only exotic meats to differentiate the menu. D. Avoiding non-traditional meats due to lack of customer interest. Answer: B. Understanding specific safety risks and regulatory requirements associated with each type of meat. Non-traditional meats may carry unique risks and are subject to specific regulations, necessitating informed handling and preparation. Question 40. Explain the food safety implications of edible packaging and how to safely implement its use. A. Edible packaging is inherently safe and requires no special handling. B. Assume all edible packaging materials are non-toxic and biodegradable. C. Ensure the materials are food-grade, non-toxic, and allergen-free. D. Use edible packaging exclusively for cold foods. Answer: C. Ensure the materials are food-grade, non-toxic, and allergen-free. Safe implementation of edible packaging involves verifying that the materials used are suitable for consumption and do not introduce any food safety risks. Question 41. Discuss the role of social media in food safety communication and crisis management. A. Only to share food photos and menus. B. As a tool to quickly disseminate information and manage public perception. C. Unrelated to food safety, best used for marketing. D. Should be avoided due to the risk of spreading misinformation. Answer: B. As a tool to quickly disseminate information and manage public perception. Social media allows rapid communication with the public during a food safety crisis, helping to manage concerns and share important updates effectively. Question 42. How should a food establishment manage the transition to cashless transactions to ensure food safety? A. By cleaning and sanitizing POS systems more frequently to prevent pathogen transmission. B. Cashless transactions have no impact on food safety. C. Reverting to cash transactions only as they are safer. D. Eliminating transactions altogether to avoid safety issues. Answer: A. By cleaning and sanitizing POS systems more frequently to prevent pathogen transmission, as cashless transactions often involve shared touchscreens or keypads. Increasing the frequency of cleaning and sanitizing these surfaces can help reduce the risk of contamination. Question 43. Describe the best practices for using ultraviolet (UV) light as a food safety intervention. A. Use as the sole method for water purification and surface sanitization. B. Applying UV light directly to all foods before service. C. Ensuring proper intensity and exposure time for effective microbial reduction on non-food surfaces. D. UV light is ineffective for food safety and should not be used. Answer: C. Ensuring proper intensity and exposure time for effective microbial reduction on non-food surfaces. UV light can be an effective tool for reducing pathogens on surfaces and in water, but it must be used correctly to be effective, considering the limitations and safety guidelines. Question 44. Explain the considerations for food safety when implementing kitchen automation and robotics. A. Robots are inherently clean and reduce all food safety risks. B. Automation eliminates the need for food safety training. C. Regular maintenance, cleaning, and sanitization of automated equipment to prevent contamination. D. Automation and robotics have no place in kitchens due to food safety concerns. Answer: C. Regular maintenance, cleaning, and sanitization of automated equipment to prevent contamination. While automation can improve efficiency and consistency, it also requires proper hygiene practices to ensure food safety. Question 45. Discuss the implications of antibiotic use in animal agriculture on food safety. A. Antibiotics improve the taste of meat, with no safety implications. B. Leads to antibiotic resistance, posing challenges to treating foodborne illnesses. C. Is encouraged to increase animal growth rates with no drawbacks. D. Has been completely banned worldwide due to safety concerns. Answer B. Leads to antibiotic resistance, posing challenges to treating foodborne illnesses. The misuse of antibiotics in animal agriculture can contribute to the development of antibiotic-resistant bacteria, making some foodborne illnesses harder to treat. Question 46. How can a restaurant effectively manage food safety during large-scale catering events? A. By serving only non-perishable foods. B. Lowering standards to manage the volume of food. C. Implementing strict food safety protocols and conducting frequent temperature checks. D. Outsourcing food safety responsibilities to event attendees. Answer C. Implementing strict food safety protocols and conducting frequent temperature checks. Large-scale events require meticulous planning and adherence to food safety practices to ensure that all food served is safe. Question 47. Describe the food safety considerations in designing a commercial kitchen layout. A. The layout should prioritize aesthetic appeal over functionality. B. Separating raw and cooked food preparation areas to prevent cross-contamination. C. Placing garbage disposal next to food preparation areas for convenience. D. Ensuring the kitchen is designed with minimal storage to reduce clutter. Answer B. Separating raw and cooked food preparation areas to prevent cross-contamination. A well-designed kitchen layout is crucial for food safety, incorporating features like separated areas to minimize the risk of cross-contamination. Question 48. Explain the role of whole genome sequencing in identifying and controlling foodborne pathogens. A. It's too complex to be useful in food safety. B. Used for genetically modifying food, not for pathogen identification. C. Allows precise identification and tracking of pathogen strains, improving outbreak response. D. Only applicable in medical research, not food safety. Answer C. Allows precise identification and tracking of pathogen strains, improving outbreak response. Whole genome sequencing is a powerful tool in food safety for accurately identifying pathogens and tracing the sources of foodborne illness outbreaks. Question 49. Discuss the challenges of ensuring food safety in a zero-waste kitchen. A. Zero-waste practices inherently ensure food safety. B. Balancing waste reduction with rigorous food safety standards, especially regarding reuse and recycling of materials. C. The main challenge is convincing customers to accept lower safety standards for sustainability. D. Zero-waste kitchens face no additional food safety challenges compared to traditional kitchens. Answer B. Balancing waste reduction with rigorous food safety standards, especially regarding reuse and recycling of materials. Zero-waste kitchens must find innovative ways to minimize waste without compromising on food safety practices. Question 50. How should a food service operation manage consumer preferences for raw and minimally processed foods? A. By ignoring consumer preferences and serving only fully cooked foods. B. Educating consumers on the risks and implementing strict sourcing and handling protocols. C. Serving raw foods without any additional safety measures. D. Discontinuing raw or minimally processed foods due to safety concerns. Answer B. Educating consumers on the risks and implementing strict sourcing and handling protocols. Catering to preferences for raw and minimally processed foods requires careful attention to source quality and handling practices to minimize health risks. Question 51. Describe the process for safely using insect protein in culinary applications. A. Insects should be served live for maximum nutritional value. B. Sourcing from reputable suppliers, ensuring species are safe for consumption, and proper preparation to eliminate pathogens. C. Using any found insects without regard for species or safety protocols. D. Insect protein is considered unsafe and should not be used in cooking. Answer: B. Sourcing from reputable suppliers, ensuring species are safe for consumption, and proper preparation to eliminate pathogens. Safely incorporating insect protein into dishes requires careful sourcing and handling to ensure the insects are safe and suitable for human consumption. Question 52. Explain the food safety considerations for on-site food composting. A. Composting is purely an environmental concern with no impact on food safety. B. Keeping compost bins far from food preparation areas to prevent pest attraction and cross-contamination. C. Using compost as fertilizer for herbs grown in the kitchen, regardless of compost maturity. D. Allowing all kitchen staff to manage composting without training. Answer: B. Keeping compost bins far from food preparation areas to prevent pest attraction and cross-contamination. Properly managing on-site composting involves strategic placement and handling to ensure it does not pose a food safety risk. Question 53. Discuss the impact of shelf life extension technologies on food safety. A. They decrease the nutritional value of food, making it unsafe. B. Can improve food safety by inhibiting spoilage and pathogen growth, but must be monitored for unintended consequences. C. Have no real impact on food safety, serving only to make food last longer aesthetically. D. Are banned due to negative impacts on food safety. Answer: B. Can improve food safety by inhibiting spoilage and pathogen growth, but must be monitored for unintended consequences. Shelf life extension technologies have the potential to enhance food safety by reducing the risk of spoilage, but their application and effects need careful evaluation to ensure they do not inadvertently compromise food safety. Question 54. How can sensory analysis be used to enhance food safety practices? A. Sensory analysis is only relevant for taste testing, not safety. B. By relying solely on smell and taste to detect spoilage or contamination. C. Integrating sensory evaluation with scientific testing to detect off odors or tastes indicative of spoilage or contamination. D. Using sensory analysis to replace microbial testing. Answer: C. Integrating sensory evaluation with scientific testing to detect off odors or tastes indicative of spoilage or contamination. Sensory analysis can be a useful tool in food safety to identify potential issues that warrant further scientific investigation. Question 55. Describe the regulatory challenges for incorporating CBD into food products. A. There are no challenges, as CBD is universally accepted in food products. B. Navigating evolving regulations and ensuring products meet food safety standards. C. CBD cannot be included in food products under any circumstances. D. The primary challenge is the high cost of CBD. Answer: B. Navigating evolving regulations and ensuring products meet food safety standards. The use of CBD in food products faces regulatory challenges due to changing laws and the need to ensure that such products comply with food safety regulations. Question 56. Explain how to conduct a food safety risk assessment for a pop-up restaurant. A. Assume risks are the same as for permanent restaurants and take no additional precautions. B. Identifying unique risks associated with the temporary and mobile nature of the operation and implementing targeted control measures. C. Conducting the assessment only if an incident occurs. D. Pop-up restaurants are exempt from food safety assessments. Answer: B. Identifying unique risks associated with the temporary and mobile nature of the operation and implementing targeted control measures. A risk assessment for a pop-up restaurant must consider the specific challenges and logistics of the temporary setup to ensure food safety. Question 57. Discuss the potential food safety risks associated with vertical farming and hydroponics. A. The controlled environment eliminates all food safety risks. B. Risks include waterborne pathogens and the need for careful monitoring of water and nutrient solutions. C. These farming methods are too new to have identified any food safety risks. D. Only traditional farming methods present food safety risks. Answer. B. Risks include waterborne pathogens and the need for careful monitoring of water and nutrient solutions. Vertical farming and hydroponics require vigilant management of the growing environment to prevent the introduction and spread of pathogens. Question 58. How should a restaurant approach the use of natural toxins in traditional dishes? A. Ignoring the presence of natural toxins as part of culinary heritage. B. Educating staff and customers about potential risks and ensuring dishes are prepared to minimize toxin levels. C. Using maximum amounts of natural toxins for authenticity. D. Natural toxins are a myth and pose no real danger. Answer. B. Educating staff and customers about potential risks and ensuring dishes are prepared to minimize toxin levels. When using ingredients that naturally contain toxins, it is important to handle and prepare them in ways that reduce health risks, while also informing consumers about the dish's traditional and cultural significance. Question 59. Describe the food safety implications of using artificial intelligence in food production. A. I introduces new types of biological contaminants. B. It's only useful for tracking inventory, not enhancing safety. C. Can improve safety through better hazard analysis, process control, and predictive analytics. D. AI technology has been proven to decrease food safety overall. Answer. C. Can improve safety through better hazard analysis, process control, and predictive analytics. Artificial intelligence has the potential to significantly enhance food safety by providing tools for more effective monitoring and management of food production processes. Question 60. Explain the considerations for allergen management in shared kitchen spaces. A. Shared kitchens eliminate the need for allergen management. B. Designating specific areas and equipment for allergen-free production and thorough clean protocols. C. Using only allergen-free ingredients in all dishes to simplify processes. D. Relying on individual kitchen users to manage allergens without oversight. Answer. B. Designating specific areas and equipment for allergen-free production and thorough cleaning protocols. Effective allergen management in shared kitchens involves creating controlled zones to prevent cross-contact and implementing strict cleaning practices to safeguard against allergen exposure. Question 61. Discuss the role of packaging in maintaining food safety during delivery services. A. Packaging is purely for aesthetic appeal and branding. B. Using tamper-evident and appropriate thermal packaging to maintain temperature and prevent contamination. C. Reusing packaging materials from other restaurants to reduce costs. D. Focusing on lightweight packaging to save on shipping. Answer. B. Using tamper-evident and appropriate thermal packaging to maintain temperature and prevent contamination. Proper packaging is essential for delivery services to ensure food remains safe from tampering and temperature abuse. Question 62. How can a food service operation ensure the safety of foraged ingredients? A. By assuming all foraged ingredients are safe due to their natural origin. B. Foraging exclusively in urban areas to avoid wild contaminants. C. Verifying the identification of foraged items with experts and understanding their safe use. D. Limiting foraged ingredients to decorative purposes only. Answer. C. Verifying the identification of foraged items with experts and understanding their safe use. Ensuring the safety of foraged ingredients involves expert identification and knowledge of their proper use and potential risks. Question 63. Describe strategies for preventing oxidation in food products to ensure safety. A. Using antioxidants, vacuum packaging, and reducing exposure to light and air. B. Storing food at room temperature to slow down oxidation. C. allowing foods to oxidize fully before serving to neutralize harmful effects. D. Spraying food with water to create a protective barrier against oxygen. Answer A. Using antioxidants, vacuum packaging, and reducing exposure to light and air. These strategies help prevent oxidation, preserving food quality and safety by minimizing the degradation and potential formation of harmful compounds. Question 64. Explain the food safety challenges and solutions related to the use of reclaimed water. A. Reclaimed water is only suitable for non-food applications, presenting no food safety challenges. B. Ensuring reclaimed water meets safety standards for intended use, including microbial and chemical quality. C. Using reclaimed water directly in cooking without treatment. D. Treating reclaimed water as naturally purified and requiring no additional safety measures. Answer B. Ensuring reclaimed water meets safety standards for intended use, including microbial and chemical quality. The use of reclaimed water in food production requires careful monitoring and treatment to ensure it is safe and meets regulatory standards. Question 65. Discuss the impact of nanotechnology on food safety. A. Nanotechnology has been universally banned due to safety concerns. B. It offers potential benefits like improved packaging and food monitoring, but requires careful assessment of health impacts. C. It's only applicable in food processing machinery, not in direct food applications. D. Nanotechnology impacts are limited to increasing food production, with no safety benefits. Answer B. It offers potential benefits like improved packaging and food monitoring, but requires careful assessment of health impacts. Nanotechnology in food safety can introduce innovative solutions, but necessitates thorough evaluation for potential health risks. Question 66. How should a food service establishment manage the food safety aspects of personalized nutrition? A. Ignoring personalized nutrition as a passing trend. B. Tailoring food safety practices to individual customer dietary needs and restrictions. C. Providing generic nutritional information to all customers to simplify processes. D. Outsourcing personalized nutrition to third-party providers. Answer B. Tailoring food safety practices to individual customer dietary needs and restrictions. Managing personalized nutrition involves adapting food safety practices to accommodate specific dietary requirements, ensuring safe and appropriate food handling. Question 67. Describe the process for evaluating and managing risks associated with food additives. A. Assuming all approved additives are risk-free in all usage scenarios. B. Evaluating the scientific evidence on safety, monitoring usage levels, and adhering to regulatory guidelines. C. Using food additives at the chef's discretion, without limitations. D. Banning food additives entirely to avoid risk. Answer B. Evaluating the scientific evidence on safety, monitoring usage levels, and adhering to regulatory guidelines. Proper management of food additives requires understanding their safety profiles, ensuring usage complies with established safety standards, and monitoring for any adverse effects. Question 68. Explain the significance of biofilms in a food safety context and how to control them. A. Biofilms are beneficial and should be encouraged in food environments. B. They represent a significant risk for harboring pathogens. Control through regular and effective cleaning and sanitation practices. C. Biofilms only form in medical settings, not in food service or production. D. They can be controlled solely by lowering the temperature in food storage areas. Answer B. They represent a significant risk for harboring pathogens. Control through regular and effective cleaning and sanitation practices. Biofilms can protect and allow the proliferation of harmful microorganisms, making their control through thorough sanitation essential in food safety. Question 69. Discuss the safety considerations for using drones in food delivery. A. Drones are inherently safe and require no additional food safety considerations. B. Ensuring food is securely packaged to prevent tampering and maintained at safe temperatures during transit. C. Limiting drone delivery to non-perishable items only. D. Using drones only for advertising, not actual food delivery, to avoid safety issues. Answer: B. Ensuring food is securely packaged to prevent tampering and maintained at safe temperatures during transit. As drones begin to play a role in food delivery, maintaining food integrity and temperature control during transit is crucial for safety. Question 70. How can predictive analytics enhance a food safety management system? A. By predicting customer preferences and menu trends only. B. Utilizing data to forecast potential food safety issues, enabling proactive measures to prevent contamination. C. Predictive analytics are too complex to be useful in food safety management. D. Solely focusing on predicting financial outcomes, not food safety. Answer: B. Utilizing data to forecast potential food safety issues, enabling proactive measures to prevent contamination. Predictive analytics can be a powerful tool in identifying and mitigating food safety risks before they result in contamination or outbreaks. Question 71. Describe the challenges of food safety in an era of global cuisine and how to address them. A. Global cuisine presents no unique food safety challenges. B. Understanding and managing diverse food handling practices and ingredients from around the world to ensure safety. C. Restricting menu items to local cuisine to avoid safety issues. D. Using only imported ingredients as they are perceived to be safer. Answer: B. Understanding and managing diverse food handling practices and ingredients from around the world to ensure safety. The diversity of global cuisine introduces varied food safety considerations, requiring knowledge and careful management of ingredients and preparation techniques to ensure safety. Question 72. Explain the process for ensuring the safety of live food stations in restaurants. A. Live stations are only for show and do not need safety measures. B. Implementing strict personal hygiene practices, temperature control, and cross-contamination prevention measures. C. Allowing customers to cook their own food without supervision. D. Using pre-cooked foods at live stations to avoid the need for safety controls. Answer: B. Implementing strict personal hygiene practices, temperature control, and cross-contamination prevention measures. Live food stations require vigilant management of food safety practices to ensure that foods are prepared safely in front of customers. Question 73. Discuss the food safety considerations for using 3D food printing in commercial settings. A. 3D food printing is purely decorative, posing no food safety concerns. B. Ensuring the materials used are food safe and the equipment is regularly cleaned and maintained to prevent contamination. C. Limiting 3D food printing to non-edible models to avoid complications. D. Treating 3D printed food as safer than traditionally prepared foods by default. Answer: B. Ensuring the materials used are food safe and the equipment is regularly cleaned and maintained to prevent contamination. The use of 3D food printing involves specific considerations to ensure that the ingredients and the printing process do not introduce food safety risks. Question 74. How should a restaurant implement a recall plan for a digital menu? A. Digital menus eliminate the need for recall plans. B. By quickly updating the menu to remove recalled items and notifying customers as necessary. C. Ignoring recalls since digital menus can be updated instantly. D. Disabling the entire digital menu system until the recall is resolved. Answer: B. By quickly updating the menu to remove recalled items and notifying customers as necessary. A recall plan for a digital menu involves prompt action to remove affected items and communicate with customers to prevent the consumption of potentially unsafe food. Question 75. Describe the role of customer feedback in continuous improvement of food safety. A. Customer feedback is irrelevant to food safety practices. B. Viewing feedback as an opportunity to identify and address food safety concerns raised by customers. C. Considering only positive feedback for making improvements. D. Using customer feedback exclusively for marketing purposes. Answer. B. Viewing feedback as an opportunity to identify and address food safety concerns raised by customers. Customer feedback can be a valuable source of information for identifying potential food safety issues and areas for improvement. Question 76. Explain the considerations for ensuring the safety of aged or fermented meat products. A. Aging and fermenting meats at room temperature to enhance flavors. B. Following specific time and temperature controls and using cultures known to inhibit pathogen growth. C. Avoiding the aging and fermentation of meats due to inherent safety risks. E. Relying on the appearance and smell of the product as the sole indicators of safety. Answer. B. Following specific time and temperature controls and using cultures known to inhibit pathogen growth. The safety of aged and fermented meat products relies on controlled processes that inhibit harmful bacteria while allowing for desired fermentation. Question 77. Discuss the implications of alternative protein sources, example lab-grown meat, for food safety. A. Alternative proteins are inherently safer and require no food safety oversight. B. Navigating new food safety guidelines and understanding the specific risks and controls associated with alternative proteins. C. Treating all alternative proteins as equivalent to traditional meat in terms of food safety. D. Rejecting alternative proteins due to uncharted food safety concerns. Answer. B. Navigating new food safety guidelines and understanding the specific risks and controls associated with alternative proteins. As alternative protein sources become more common, understanding and applying appropriate food safety measures is crucial for ensuring their safe consumption. Question 78. How can continuous monitoring technologies improve food safety in real time? A. By replacing the need for manual inspections and audits. B. Providing instant data on critical control points, allowing for immediate corrective actions to prevent food safety breaches. C. Continuous monitoring technologies have no impact on food safety. D. Solely focusing on temperature monitoring, ignoring other food safety parameters. Answer. B. Providing instant data on critical control points, allowing for immediate corrective actions to prevent food safety breaches. Real-time monitoring technologies offer the potential to significantly enhance food safety by allowing for rapid response to any issues detected. Question 79. Describe the food safety training considerations for a multinational food service workforce. A. Standardizing training in one language to simplify the process. B. Adapting training programs to consider cultural differences, languages, and local food safety regulations. C. Limiting training to high-level managers in multinational settings. D. Assuming food safety practices are universal and require no adaptation. Answer. B. Adapting training programs to consider cultural differences, languages, and local food safety regulations. Effective food safety training in a multinational context requires customization to address the diverse needs and backgrounds of the workforce. Question 80. Explain the impact of supply chain transparency on food safety. A. Transparency complicates food safety management by providing too much information. B. Enhances food safety by allowing for better traceability and accountability of food products throughout the supply chain. C. Has no impact on food safety, only on marketing. D. Reduces food safety as it diverts resources from quality control to documentation. Answer. B. Enhances food safety by allowing for better traceability and accountability of food products throughout the supply chain. Supply chain transparency is crucial for tracking the origin and handling of food products, thereby improving overall food safety. Question 81. Discuss the ethical considerations in food safety, including animal welfare and environmental sustainability. A. Ethical considerations are secondary to profit in food safety. B. Food safety protocols should prioritize efficiency over ethics. C. Ethical considerations play no role in food safety decisions. D. Integrating ethical practices such as humane treatment of animals and minimizing environmental impact alongside strict food safety standards. Answer: D. Integrating ethical practices such as humane treatment of animals and minimizing environmental impact alongside strict food safety standards. Ethical considerations are increasingly recognized as integral to comprehensive food safety strategies, balancing human health needs with responsibility towards animal welfare and environmental sustainability. Question 82. How should a restaurant manage the food safety risks associated with seasonal menu changes? A. By only making minor changes to avoid new food safety risks. B. Seasonal changes should be avoided to maintain consistent food safety practices. C. Implementing new food safety assessments and training with each menu change to address any new risks. D. Assuming that seasonal ingredients carry less risk due to their freshness. Answer: C. Implementing new food safety assessments and training with each menu change to address any new risks. Seasonal menu changes require careful planning and adjustment of food safety protocols to ensure new ingredients and dishes do not introduce unforeseen hazards. Question 83. Describe the steps for mitigating cross-contamination risks in a high-volume bakery. A. Relying solely on the heat of baking to eliminate any contamination. B. Implementing dedicated work areas, equipment, and utensils for allergens, and regular sanitation schedules. C. Using the same equipment for all products to streamline operations. D. Cross-contamination is considered a minor risk in bakeries due to the dry environment. Answer: B. Implementing dedicated work areas, equipment, and utensils for allergens, and regular sanitation schedules. In high-volume bakeries, especially those handling allergenic ingredients, it is crucial to minimize cross-contamination through dedicated resources and strict sanitation practices. Question 84. Explain the food safety considerations for serving culturally diverse holiday menus. A. Cultural dishes are exempt from standard food safety guidelines. B. Adapting food safety practices to accommodate traditional cooking methods and ingredients while ensuring compliance with safety standards. C. Limiting menu diversity to avoid complicating food safety procedures. D. Assuming traditional dishes have inherent food safety due to their long history. Answer: B. Adapting food safety practices to accommodate traditional cooking methods and ingredients while ensuring compliance with safety standards. Serving culturally diverse menus requires understanding and respecting traditional food practices while ensuring they meet modern food safety standards. Question 85. Discuss the role of employee wellness programs in supporting food safety. A. Wellness programs distract from the primary focus on food safety. B. They have no impact on food safety and are solely for employee retention. C. Encouraging healthy practices reduces the risk of sick employees contaminating food, supporting overall food safety goals. D. Wellness programs are only beneficial for office environments, not food service. Answer: C. Encouraging healthy practices reduces the risk of sick employees contaminating food, supporting overall food safety goals. Employee wellness programs can play a significant role in food safety by minimizing the presence of ill staff in food handling areas. Question 86. How can a food service operation ensure the safety of homemade condiments and sauces? A. By using only commercially prepared condiments and sauces. B. Homemade condiments and sauces are always safer than store-bought options. C. Following strict recipes with safety considerations, proper storage, and labeling with use-by dates. D. Preparing in large batches to reduce the frequency of preparation. Answer C. Following strict recipes with safety considerations, proper storage, and labeling with use-by dates. Ensuring the safety of homemade condiments and sauces involves careful preparation and storage to prevent spoilage and contamination. Question 87. Describe the regulatory considerations for incorporating medicinal herbs into restaurant dishes. A. Medicinal herbs can be freely used without any regulations. B. There are no differences between culinary and medicinal herbs in terms of regulations. C. Understanding and complying with regulations regarding the use of medicinal herbs, including potential health claims and effects. D. Avoiding the use of any herbs to simplify regulatory compliance. Answer C. Understanding and complying with regulations regarding the use of medicinal herbs, including potential health claims and effects. Incorporating medicinal herbs into dishes requires careful consideration of regulatory guidelines to ensure that their use is safe and compliant. Question 88. Explain how to manage the risks of histamine formation in fish and seafood. A. Assuming freezing fish and seafood kills all histamine-producing bacteria. B. Histamine risks can be ignored if the seafood is cooked thoroughly. C. Maintaining cold chain integrity from catch to service and promptly chilling seafood to prevent histamine formation. D. Using vinegar in all fish and seafood dishes to neutralize histamine. Answer C. Maintaining cold chain integrity from catch to service and promptly chilling seafood to prevent histamine formation. Proper temperature control is critical to minimize the risk of histamine formation in fish and seafood, which can cause foodborne illness. Question 89. Discuss the safety protocols for using liquid nitrogen and dry ice in culinary applications. A. Using protective equipment and training staff on the correct handling procedures to prevent burns and asphyxiation risks. B. These substances are banned in kitchens due to their dangers. C. No special protocols are needed as both substances are safe to use in any quantity. D. Limiting their use to outdoor settings to avoid indoor hazards. Answer A. Using protective equipment and training staff on the correct handling procedures to prevent burns and asphyxiation risks. Liquid nitrogen and dry ice can enhance culinary experiences, but require careful handling to ensure safety for both staff and patrons. Question 90. How should a food establishment approach the development of a crisis communication plan for food safety incidents? A. Waiting until a crisis occurs to decide on communication strategies. B. Developing a plan that includes prompt identification, internal and external communication procedures, and post-crisis evaluation. C. Using social media as the only channel for crisis communication. D. Denying any responsibility to avoid legal repercussions. Answer B. Developing a plan that includes prompt identification, internal and external communication procedures, and post-crisis evaluation. A proactive crisis communication plan is essential for effectively managing food safety incidents, maintaining public trust, and minimizing damage. Question 91. Describe the impact of artisanal and craft food production on food safety standards. A. Artisanal and craft methods are exempt from food safety standards. B. Such methods enhance safety by relying on traditional techniques. C. They require adaptation of food safety standards to account for unique production methods while ensuring safety. D. The focus on small-scale production inherently guarantees food safety. Answer C. They require adaptation of food safety standards to account for unique production methods while ensuring safety. Artisanal and craft food production presents unique challenges and risks that must be managed within the framework of established food safety standards. Question 92. Explain the role of leadership in fostering a proactive food safety culture. A. Leadership has a minimal impact on food safety culture. B. By setting expectations, leading by example and providing the necessary resources and training to prioritize food safety. C. Delegating food safety responsibilities entirely to lower-level employees. D. Focusing on cost-saving measures at the expense of food safety. Answer: B. By setting expectations, leading by example, and providing the necessary resources and training to prioritize food safety. Effective leadership is crucial in establishing a strong food safety culture, emphasizing the importance of food safety at all organizational levels. Question 93. Discuss the challenges of maintaining food safety in open concept kitchens. A. Open concept kitchens eliminate food safety challenges by increasing transparency. B. The visibility does not affect food safety practices or challenges. C. Managing cross-contamination and maintaining temperature control in view of customers require meticulous attention to food safety practices. D. Customers' presence in the kitchen improves food safety through increased vigilance. Answer: C. Managing cross-contamination and maintaining temperature control in view of customers require meticulous attention to food safety practices. Open concept kitchens expose food preparation processes to customers, necessitating strict adherence to food safety practices to prevent contamination. Question 94. How can gamification be used to enhance food safety training effectiveness? A. By replacing all traditional training methods with video games. B. Gamification is not suitable for serious topics like food safety. C. Incorporating game-like elements into training to increase engagement and retention of food safety principles. D. Using games only for rewards, not for actual training content. Answer: C. Incorporating game-like elements into training to increase engagement and retention of food safety principles. Gamification can make food safety training more interactive and engaging, leading to better understanding and application of food safety practices. Question 95. Describe the process for integrating food safety considerations into restaurant marketing strategies. A. Marketing should focus solely on the taste and appearance of food, not safety. B. Highlighting food safety commitments and certifications in marketing materials to build trust with consumers. C. Avoiding mention of food safety to prevent customer concern. D. Assuming customers are primarily interested in prices, not food safety. Answer: B. Highlighting food safety commitments and certifications in marketing materials to build trust with consumers. Integrating food safety into marketing strategies can differentiate a restaurant in the market, demonstrating a commitment to customer well-being. Question 96. Explain the precautions for safely incorporating edible flowers into restaurant dishes. A. Edible flowers can be used freely without any safety precautions. B. Confirming the edibility and safety of the flowers, ensuring they are free from pesticides, and introducing them gradually to menus. C. Using only artificial flowers to avoid safety risks. D. Washing edible flowers in hot water to kill any pathogens. Answer: B. Confirming the edibility and safety of the flowers, ensuring they are free from pesticides, and introducing them gradually to menus. The use of edible flowers requires careful selection and preparation to ensure they are safe for consumption and free from harmful chemicals. Question 97. Discuss the food safety considerations for customizing guest meals based on dietary preferences and restrictions. A. Viewing customization as too risky and offering a fixed menu only. B. Implementing detailed communication and documentation processes to ensure accurate preparation and prevention of cross-contamination. C. Assuming all customers exaggerate dietary restrictions, thus requiring no special accommodations. D. Limiting meal customization to avoid the complexity of managing multiple dietary needs. Answer: B. Implementing detailed communication and documentation processes to ensure accurate preparation and prevention of cross-contamination. Customizing meals for dietary preferences requires careful attention to avoid allergen exposure and cross-contamination, ensuring the safety and satisfaction of guests with specific dietary needs. Question 98. How can a food service operation manage the safety of gluten-free offerings to prevent cross-contact? A. By offering only gluten-free options to all customers. B. Assuming gluten cross-contact is a minor concern that customers can tolerate. C. Using separate preparation areas, utensils, and storage to strictly control gluten exposure. D. Labeling items as gluten-friendly without making any operational changes. Answer C. Using separate preparation areas, utensils, and storage to strictly control gluten exposure. To safely offer gluten-free options, it's essential to implement dedicated spaces and practices to prevent cross-contact with gluten-containing ingredients. Question 99. Describe the steps a restaurant should take to safely transition to a farm-to-table model. A. Switching to local suppliers overnight without assessing their food safety practices. B. Carefully selecting suppliers based on their food safety standards, training staff on new handling procedures, and regularly auditing the supply chain for compliance. C. Focusing solely on the marketing benefits of farm-to-table without considering food safety. D. Limiting farm-to-table practices to unprocessed produce to simplify safety management. Answer B. Carefully selecting suppliers based on their food safety standards, training staff on new handling procedures, and regularly auditing the supply chain for compliance. Transitioning to a farm-to-table model requires a commitment to upholding food safety through rigorous supplier selection, staff training, and ongoing oversight of food safety practices along the supply chain.